Shalom, all praise the good and most high Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Wahava Kakodash, the double honors of the apostles of the great milestone apostle Tahar, the boy of Kar Ramad, the Shalom double sincere Achim, and the person is written sincerely in the truth. I'm gonna make a video on this article I found on Daily Star, which is actually English news, and it says Biblical Apocalypse in 2060. Sir Isaac Newton predicted the universe will reset in 42 years. Yeah, according to the scriptures, we're in the last times, last days, and as soon, let me read it by the way, because this is bullshit. It just plays off itself. Biblical apocalypse reset in 42 years. The world will end in 2060 when the universe resets, predicted famous physicist Sir Isaac Newton. Well, I have news for Sir Isaac Newton. No one knows the day or the hour, Not even Yahushua himself knows. Only the Father knows when he's gonna return. So so it says here, Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. You know. So it says that also that in Habakkuk it says that in those days the time will not tarry, man, because things are gonna move quick at that time, man. Instant judgment, things like that, man. You know. So bear with me for a minute. So look, it's gonna be a time that times are not gonna it's not gonna take long in those days, because in these times things are already moving fast, man. You know, in Holland you can't even travel without digitally anymore, man. I mean by paying with money. You have to pay with a credit card, with your debit card in the buses, So you need to pay with your debit card in the buses. You can't pay otherwise. They don't take cash in public transportation buses anymore. With a train, you can actually pay with with coins, But in buses, you can't, man. So that's what it is, man. Slowly but surely, everything is moving to a digitalized world because they want to have it watertight, where you can't do anything by basically cash money. Everything is going to be cashless soon, But the point of I was trying to make with this video is that these Edomites, they think that it's going to take a long time before they go down, which is it's not, man. You know. Let me read Habakkuk. Um, so let's see, Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Okay. Now let's look up the word tarry, right? When you look up the word tarry, Blue Letter Bible Classic. I don't like the new one. Look up the word tarry, and it must show you something Then I wrote it wrong, I believe. Because in my Bible it says it like that, man. So, or I have to have a cook. With, come on, man. I don't know. Look, man, I don't need this. Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk. Habakkuk with double K, right? So, okay. Habakkuk. So Strong's. Here it says double R, so it's Old English is different, I have the King James 1611 with the Old English in it, It says ma ha maha, you know, to linger, tarry, wait, delay, So these times, man, it's not gonna delay. The prophecies of Yahweh Shem Shai are gonna move faster and faster and faster. So when we're in the last times now already, how can you believe that it's gonna take until 2060? You know, probably he didn't understand that which is which I believe that's Edomite, but you never know. Sir Isaac Newton, it could also have been a jig, man. You never know because these devils, you don't know what to believe anymore, man. You don't know what to believe. If he's around the 1600s, it could have been a jig as well. You don't know. You know, because during that time, Jake was still kind of in rulership, man. Isaac Newton, 1600. You know, because I believe King James's son also ruled, right? Right. So, but I have to go more into that. You know. So Isaac Newton, you know, they have whitewashed a lot of stuff. Here his hair is all puffy. you know. Here it's more woolly. You see that? There we go already. Here it looks like. Look, man. Look, Esau is a devil, man. Here they put it as string here. Here it's like woolly, but woolly hair doesn't grow down, man. Here it's woolly. Here it's very woolly. Here's woolly again. Here's kind of woolly too. So what is it? And the shorter someone's hair is, the more up it will grow, especially if you have this texture, man. You know. But you don't know, man. Look, what we do know is that a lot of these characters were Jakes, like especially these guys with hair like this. Now I'm kind of all over the place, but the spirit leads me. The spirit guides me. Yahweh Louis the 14th. When you look at Louis the 14th, he was called Black Boy, and he also had so-called this type of hair, but he was actually a dark-skinned man. So this was a Jake, man. But this is what they do. They change everything. Now here, this is Louis the 14th here with stringy hair, and here it's woolly as hell. You know, you know. So look, man. This is what they do. They lie, they deceive, they trick. And here it's woolly again. His hair is kind of woolly, but we know here they even play them here with very woolly hair. So you don't know, you never know, man. You know. So the scientists who discovered gravity said Yahushua's second coming would be in just over 4 decades in writing that was unearthed by academics. Basing his study on extensive reading of biblical texts, Newton said the world would reset, at which point the earth will once again become the kingdom of the Most High. Because it's not, and he's right. And he could have been a Jake, we don't know, man. Writing under the alias Jehovah Sanctus Unus, which is Latin, I believe. Newton stated it may end later, but I see no reason for its ending sooner. Author Florian Fristetter has discussed Newton's bombshell predictions extensively in his satirical titled book Isaac Newton, the a-hole who reinvented the universe. You know, Fre- Freistetter states Newton spent a great deal of time with the study of religious texts and tried to build a chronology, chronology, chronolo- chronology, chronology, chrono- chronology, chronology of past events to get all those stories sorted and into order. He was convinced that future events were already ordained by the Most High from the Bible. Newton, which is true, extracted some prophetic time periods. For him, 2060 would be a new beginning, maybe accompanied by war and catastrophes, ultimately the start of a new divine era, which is true, man. You know, for him, 2060 would be a new beginning, maybe accompanied by war. I already read that. Sir Newton's predictions is just one of the number of that foresees the world ending this century. You know, which this is Caesar Borgia, but he is right with catastrophes. The end. Sir Isaac Newton said the biblical apocalypse will happen in 2060, but no one knows the time or the hour, man. You know, and I believe that's in. Sometimes you forget where the scripture because I was in Matthew 24 already, but sometimes you forget these scriptures, man. You know, especially when you don't really go into that. A lot. That's why it's a good thing to keep repeating, man. So this is Matthew 24 and 36. Let me start at 35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. Even I even read that, man. But of that day and hour know it day and hour know no man, no not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. You know. So this guy Isaac Newton wouldn't know neither, man. Famed physicist Sir Isaac Newton predicted the world will end in just 4 decades. You know, this summer it was reported a computer program said humans are set to die out in 2040, which I hope it happens even earlier, man, because the masses will die, and that's true. Because Esau is a devil that doesn't know how to basically rule, and he wants to kill the creation of Yahweh Bashem Shai instead of allowing people to basically multiply. He's a devil. He wants to go against the Heavenly Father. Be fruitful and multiply. That's one of the first things that Yahweh Bashem Shai said to Noah. After that, he destroyed the earth with water. So everything that the Yahweh Bashem Shai says, Esau goes against it. You know, and the Bible promotes having children. They promote not having children. You know, they promote birth controls, things like that, man. You know, the Australian Broadcasting Company republishes its original report on Doomsday Prediction Machine. The computer analyzed trends such as pollution levels, pollution growth, and the depletion of natural resources, man. That's why the land Sabbath is important, man. But they've polluted all of Yahweh Bashem Shai's creation. The terrifying report stated at around 2020, the condition of the planet becomes highly critical. Which that's exactly I believe that's true, man. Because around those times it will be Esau would be quite further in his plan, especially with the cashless society and the digitalization of everything. Like now, you can't have analog television in Holland anymore, man. Everywhere it's cut off, you know. So you need to give everyone. You need to get a box if your TV is older than 2015. to get television. That's basically the way they spy on you. You don't know what's in there, man. You know, all these televisions have cameras, and probably if you don't have a camera, if you don't have a television like that, they come with something to put a place in your house. It's that easy, you know. Pollution becomes so serious it will start to kill people, which in turn will cause the population to diminish lower than it was in the 1900s. At this stage, around 2040, 2050, civilized life as we know it on this planet will cease to exist. What they also are pushing is that veganism, man, and not eating meat. Which, when you see the movie Soylent Green, basically it predicts that only the rich are gonna eat beef and stuff like that, man. And the guy was a cop, and he basically confiscated certain things from a person, and he took meat home to his father, I believe, and the father started crying and said, how did it come this far, man? So Esau is a devil that that the Bible speaks of, man, and Yahweh Shemashah is gonna destroy him, man. You know, soon we will receive the kingdom, but there has to be destruction first, man. You know, there's no such thing as a bloodless revolution. You know, love is not gonna do anything, man. You know, except have you in some bubble somewhere, being naive and ready to get killed too, man, because you don't believe in reality, then, man. You know. So this is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. You know, and that's true, man, because they 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 know something is coming, but they don't think it's that quick. You know, because if we reach 2020, man, hey, it's gonna be hell on earth, man. It's gonna be hell because everything is a law. You know, you can't do anything anymore, man. You have to be you have to be control. You're being bullied all the time. You know, everything is with these laws, man. Is making your life hard, man. It's not making anything easier, you know. And a lot of these laws are passed because the elites, of course, but also by these false flags and so-called under the banner of safety, which is bogusness, man, which is nonsense, you know. So with that, I'm gonna say, all praise go to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Um, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, apostles Tahar, Kabar, Ramlam, and Shalom.